have you ever seen? A woman who lives alone. Her house is quiet, her steps are gentle, and her eyes carry stories no one has heard. People pass by and wonder, how does she live without anyone? But the truth is, she does not live without. She lives within. In the stillness of her home resides a deeper presence. It is not emptiness. It is God watching silently. Through her being, the world calls it loneliness. The soul calls it awakening. When a woman begins to live alone, life gives her two choices: to cry for company or to discover divine companionship. Many cry in the beginning because silence feels heavy, because nights seem longer, because no one asks, "How are you today?" But slowly, the same silence that once hurt begins to heal. The same walls that echoed her tears begin to vibrate with peace. The same solitude that frightened her becomes her temple. God removes the crowd so that the soul may listen to his whisper. He takes away hands that once held her so she can feel his unseen hand. He closes doors of the world so she may open the door of spirit. This is not punishment. This is purification. In solitude, she meets her truth, not what people said she is, not what roles she played, but who she really is, a child of the infinite. In that awareness, she begins to walk differently. She speaks less, but every word carries prayer. She looks at the sky and smiles, for she knows someone above watches her with eternal love. People may still ask, does she not feel lonely? But loneliness exists only for those who have forgotten God. When the divine becomes your companion, every breeze becomes a messenger. Every morning light becomes a blessing. Every moment becomes company. Look closely at her face. The world may see calmness, but inside burns a sacred fire. That fire is not of anger, but of awareness. It is a fire of a soul that has learned self-dependence, which is in truth God-dependence. She no longer waits for others to complete her. She has found completion in communion. She does not beg for love anymore. She radiates it. And the irony is, when she stops asking for love, love begins to surround her in ways unseen. Divine love does not shout. It arrives in whispers, in calm mornings, in soft intuition, in peace that needs no reason. Such women are the quiet pillars of this world. They hold invisible light that balances restless humanity. You will never find their names in newspapers or on stages, yet in silence they heal the air around them. Their prayers protect strangers. Their forgiveness redeems families. Their stillness carries power that the noisy cannot understand. The soul of such a woman becomes like a lake, deep, unmoving, reflecting heaven clearly. And if pain visits her again, she does not resist. She folds her hands and says, "Beloved, I know this too is you." What strength it takes to bow to pain and still smile. This is not weakness. This is divine courage. For the bravest are not those who fight with swords, but those who fight with silence. They conquer the storm within. And once that inner war ends, no outer noise can disturb their peace. To live alone is an art taught by God himself. He paints the canvas of your days with both darkness and light until you learn to see beauty. Even in the night, the world will never fully understand her. Some will judge, some will pity, but God smiles, for he knows she walks the hidden road of freedom. She is not lonely. She is free. She is not abandoned. She is chosen. She is not empty. She is filled with presence. And when she prays, her prayer has wings. It flies faster because there are no attachments holding it down. Do not measure her worth by worldly success or relationships. Measure it by the peace she carries. Measure it by the light in her eyes. Even angels bow to such souls, for they have passed through fire and turned their pain into power. Her solitude is not a wound. It is a window. Through that window, she sees God. Through that window, she understands what no crowded mind can. The Divine Mother walks beside her in every moment. When she sits to eat, she feels Mother feeding her. When she lies down to rest, she feels Mother covering her in love. And that invisible companionship is greater than all company. So if you ever see a woman living alone, do not feel sorry. Feel reverence, for she walks with unseen footsteps that leave traces of light. Every corner of her home has a vibration of prayer. Every morning in her house is a small sunrise of God's grace. And when she smiles, that smile carries centuries of wisdom. Remember, solitude is not separation from life. It is union with the source of life. The soul must sometimes step away from human voices to hear the Divine One clearly. She has stepped away, not because she gave up, but because she woke up. And when the world sleeps in ignorance, such souls remain awake, watching, praying, blessing quietly. They are not lonely stars. They are guiding lights for others who have lost their way. One day, the world will learn what true strength means. Not loudness, not power, not control, but the peace of a woman who needs nothing, yet gives everything. Such women are the living scriptures. Their silence is teaching. Their presence is prayer. When you sit beside them, you feel calmer. When you listen to them, you feel lighter. When you remember them, you feel protected, because God Himself moves through their eyes, their words, their touch. Dear listener, if you are one who walks this path, if you live alone, if your heart has cried in silence, know this truth. You are not forgotten. God has simply hidden you to make you shine later. He hides diamonds underground, but when He brings them out, they light the world. Your time of light will come. Until then, keep your soul polished with faith. Talk to God as your closest friend. Feel His presence in the air, in the morning light, in the breath that moves through you. You are never alone. You are held, guided, loved. And the day you realize this, your solitude will turn into bliss. Breathe. Feel this truth echo in your heart. God walks with a soul that dares to walk alone. Divine Mother, bless every woman who lives in quiet strength. Fill her home with your peace. Fill her mind with your light. Let her solitude become sanctuary. Let her life become inspiration. May she never feel forgotten, for you dwell in her every breath. And now, my dear listener, if these words touch your heart today, write in the comments below, "I am never alone, God walks with me." Let this be your silent promise to the divine, and a light for others who read it.